Hi everyone, this is Racquel. I am going to attempt to redo my live from Sunday that explains the project I'm working on. Apparently there was a little bit of a technical glitch, so hopefully, hi everyone, hopefully this one will work a little bit better. The piece that I'm working on currently is a very large wood block. The goal is to get it all carved and down to Kentucky by the middle of the month. It is based on Hieronymus Bosch's, or Euronymous Bosch, whichever you prefer, Garden of Earthly Delights. So this is the biggest woodblock I've done. It's approximately 34 inches by 90 inches when it'll be done. You can see back here behind me, there's a large brown piece of paper with some tissue paper on it. That is basically what the final size will be. It was a planning board. The middle section is on my table right now, which I'll show you in just a minute. I'm going to flip the camera around. So our goal is to end up with something like this in the end. This is one that I did a couple of years ago. You can see that there's some red behind it where I did some punch work because you want to put down a coating of paint that will contrast with your ink so that you know where you're cutting, because what it'll do is it'll expose the wood underneath. You can see right here, so that you'll know exactly where you are in the process. So this is the Garden of Earthly Delights by Hieronymus Bosch. And so this is my thing. I'm going to reimagine it for the time of COVID. And what you can see is I have started to transfer things onto my block. It's in graphite right now. It'll be inked with like a Sharpie, and then I'll cut it away. Here is the middle panel, which has a lot of different little stories. I'm just really trying to make a nod to Bosch. In the original, there are bubbles with people in them, and I thought that it was really kind of perfect for what we're going through right now, since we are all referring to the bubbles of our relationships. And so, hi Toby, hi Claire. So this is the part I've started to put in these little skeletons that I've enjoyed immensely. And this one obviously has a little monkey by its tail, which then has a rat who's smelling a flower that is part of a skull, which if I back up a little bit, you can see that it's peeping over the edge of the wood block. And it's got little eyes in it. And then it'll have a little person peeping out. And so I've really tried to make it a fun story, something that you could look at again and again. Oh, thank you, Claire. Thank you. I'm pretty excited about it. I have been completely geeking out over it. So these little, in the original, they're forests. Let's see. I'll see if I'll show you. So in the original, you can see there are little clusters of trees and things. So what I've done is I've taken a really pared down version of an anatomical drawing of lungs, and they're going to be my forest. So I'll probably make more of them, but for now these are just sort of space holders that you can see. And so I've marked out like land, water, clouds, and the such. And so I've really tried to translate things. This right here, in the original, I believe it's the Fountain of Life, and it has an owl in the center, and I've changed it to a bat. The original has little cracks because it's talking about basically the fall of man, and I really want to maintain that. These right here, does anybody have those gumballs that fall from trees? That they fall in my yard all the time, and they about kill me because they're all over the place. So those little gumballs are going to be my coronavirus. So they'll make an appearance. There'll be more than that, but again, that's just a one-off for the moment. This is my owl, so it's blind wisdom. So you can see what I've done is there's a little mouse there on the branch that he's just distracted, can't even see. And so we have over here an ostrich with its head in the ground. But interesting fact, we all say, you know, the ostrich has its head in the ground, ignoring the facts. Apparently, they're just in there turning their eggs. So, so learn something new every day. But so looking back over here, you'll see this. This is my kind of hell, basically. And what I'll be doing is creating a little hourglass. And ideally, if I can get the cut work to look just right, it's going to have little people in there falling through the hourglass. So it'll be kind of a fun little thing to do. And this is my bat hanging off of a broken cross. We'll go over here. This is my death. And the cape will actually be a large murmuration of birds. So he's kind of been evolving. Like the lamp is something new. Initially in the drawing, he was holding a trophy for 2020, like he's won out over 2020. And now I've transitioned that to be a lamp. And so it's sort of like, you know, people going like to death, like moths to the flame. So it'll be really interesting to see how this all kind of works out in the end. And so if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Feel free to message me. Follow along. I'm going to try to make some good videos of the whole process. There's my messy studio, you can see. I'm not really focused on the cleaning right now. But anyway, thank you everybody for coming by. It's been a great pleasure to give you a little peek inside my mind. And I hope to see you again soon. Bye.